Hello, this is Lunarco. Today I have started working on a new version for Luna Obscura. Luna Obscura is a game that I made for a game jam in, I believe, 2022 in Unity. The problem was that, one of the problems was that I didn't have enough knowledge on game development. And another thing is that, because it was only me and I was very lost, it was just very difficult to make stuff. Well, anyway, so so far I've kind of just made a very simple map in Trench Room. I have imported my textures. Don't really mind this right here. This right here is for like a meme map I made for my friend. Um, all of those are, this is pretty much like the list of assets, of texture assets that I use for my last project, Neon Lunacy. So I kind of like just imported all of the same textures into here as well, just for me to have like a bunch of textures. The prototype textures that I have, I kind of like changed. I believe these are Kene assets prototype textures. I made them like very low resolution just so that I could use it. Anyway, let me not keep on yapping about that. So I kind of like, I was just making this work really. Like today was really just, laying the ground for this. I organized, one of the things I'm using mostly Funk Godot for me to be able to use Trench Room alongside with Godot. And my plan is for it to be kind of a Kingsfield-like question mark. And well, my idea is for to have a very grounded approach to movement. I am not going to do kind of like the same thing as Lunacid because Lunacid can be like very movement. You have like a lot of movement, like you have a lot of control over your movement in Lunacid, and I don't really want to have that much control. I want to make it kind of like grounded in a quote unquote more difficult game to play, really. Not necessarily difficult, but like you have to be precise with the things that you do. I wanted to have kind of like a high skill ceiling, really. But like right now, I really like just made like the movement. I didn't really like mess up with the FOV or anything like that. Right now, I kind of like literally just have this right here, just a gold dot simple scene with like not default, sorry, like normal movement, not really anything fancy right now. You don't really have much air control. I want people to commit to their jumps. That is one of the things that I want to make. It's not really going to be that much about platforming as much as it's going to be about combat and about moving the right way as you are exploring and finding enemies, defeating enemies, fighting bosses, finding treasure, finding secrets. I want to put like a lot of secrets into this. Um, Less Luna Obscura was kind of focused on being somewhat of a Quake movement. Like I straight up like try to reprogram the logic for like the 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 speed, like when you jump and then you hold D, just like any Source game, any Half-Life, any Counter-Strike, um, for you to like get speed. So that was kind of like one of the things that I wanted to make for that one. I don't really want to do that, really. I do want to kind of do that approach in some different game later on down the road. But right now, honestly, I kind of like just want to make something that kind of feels like Kingsfield, um, but has a lot more control to it, and kind of like not to be as gloomy and dark. I don't really want to make as much of a dark game because yeah, I do, of course, have some inspirations, such as Shadow Tower as well. But it's not really my focus. I don't really want to go full dark here. That is one of the things that I don't really like. I have difficulty playing those games because of just how dark they are. Like I want to make it at least be like ever so slightly less dark. Though I have still like I don't really have much of an idea of how really I'm going to, to get there. But this is literally just the first day. Like I kind of like just wrapped this up and I just organized my assets, and just organized everything, and not really as much of a mess as my last project. I kind of just tried to kind of like keep stuff more organized. I also used Funk Godot, like the sample stuff. Like it's still here, so I'm kind of like going to build on top of that. I'm going to kind of like build my own logic on top of those, just like I did for Neon Lunacy. Also, Neon Lunacy being a game that I only didn't do any devlogs because, what can I say? Like, it was difficult. Like, I didn't really have much time. And the days that I had time, like, I just kept on working and working, and I thought, like, this is not really interesting. But it's important for me to kind of like have a log of kind of like the work in progress. I believe that by tomorrow I'll probably have like somewhat of of maybe logic for combat. Like I'm probably going to start off with that. Like a sword, like some funny skeleton. I'm probably going to look for some funny skeleton. Like I'm not really going to model anything right now. Like I'm probably not really going to um, focus on modeling everything on my own. Unless if it's like swords and whatnot. I kind of like want to make this a 14-day project, at least like the first version of it. So probably by tomorrow I'll have somewhat of some mechanic of combat. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But probably. That will really depend on how much time I spend. Anyway, that's it. I would be like, yo, check my Patreon stuff, but my Patreon is completely like frozen for 2 years now. And I'm kind of like rethinking my whole structure for like making games, putting them out to the internet and everything. Like I want to kind of like focus more on not necessarily like being very serious about it, but be more um, retroactive? Question mark. Well, kind of serious about it. I want to focus more on it, and I want to focus more on making little devlogs just to keep, even just for my own self, right? These devlogs are to be seen, and also for my own self. So, bear with me because I have literally never made a proper devlog. So this is going to be interesting. I'd rather not really show my code. It's absolute. It's going to be like absolute spaghetti code. I am really not the best programmer. Usually, I'm not the programmer whenever I participate on a game jam. But I will show at least like once I'm done with somewhat of how they say the combat system. At least like I'll try to show like somewhat of how it's going to look. But I feel very ashamed of my programming. It's like very spaghetti. So yeah, that's it. This video is very long. I didn't mean to keep on doing it for almost 10 minutes. That was well. Yep. Thank you for watching, and yep, stay safe.